Moments of Stillness, a collage of brief films of our natural surroundings, taken with a variety of cameras through different times of the day and different seasons. The words Moments of Stillness emerge from a close-up view of green grass, buttercups and dandelions. #Creative Lives under lockdown. The picture fades, white text against a black screen. This project was started during the first COVID-19 national lockdown. For Moments of Stillness, we asked people to take time out of their daily exercise to stop and appreciate what they saw around them. All film contributors are from members of the community in and around Sedgemoor. Fade to white. A river sheltered by overhanging trees, casting their reflections on the sparkling sunlit water. A gaggle of ducks and cygnets forage in the water by tree roots on the margins of a lake, necks dipping and rising. The light catches the water as it ripples around them. Close-up of a swaying stem of purple buddleia flowers, where red admiral and tortoiseshell butterflies settle, their vivid wings wobbling in the breeze as they harvest nectar. The image dissolves into a luxuriant sunflower plant. Industrious bees work among big yellow flowers with long petals and soft brown centres. The image merges into shoreline, brown-tinged waves lap tufts of seagrass and foam-flecked sand. A wave swell builds. In a restless, mist-laden sea, the breakers gain momentum as they roll towards us. A relentless wall of spume-flecked water breaks in a crashing mass of white foam onto rain-darkened sand. A long-necked swan paddles with her brood along a waterway that winds between fields of rich grasses. Her glossy white mate extends his neck towards the sun and flaps his wings. 2 sheep graze in the long spring grass among neat rows of apple trees. A huge flower meadow in full bloom stretches to faraway hills, a vivid carpet of closely packed golden, white and blue wild flowers, changing to an expanse of rich golden-topped pasture land. Then an estuary, its reed beds edging brown mudflats, awaiting the returning tide. A breeze scurries through banks of bulrushes, their feathery heads silhouetted against the threatening sky. Raindrops patter onto the calm surface of an estuary pool, stippling its water. 3 fluffy brown ducklings putter about flat green lily pads. A flat stretch of stand over which the incoming tide spreads in broad, shallow waves across honey-coloured sand. Garden flowers bloom in profusion, scarlet poppies behind grey-stemmed lavender. They tremble as the bees work through them, feasting on their bounty. The camera buried in the bright green, spear-shaped leaves of luxuriant grass. Unhindered, the wind blows a thin brown film of sand towards us, across a bare shore, over the long patterns of narrow sandy ridges left by the waves. The camera travels through dense, ancient woodland, dappled with green and gold. Broad-leafed beeches and tall pines, ivy clinging to their slender trunks, reach upwards towards the light. A forest of saplings rises from a steep woodland bank, their slender trunks rising like spindly legs into a canopy of foliage, splashed with the gold, russet and red of autumn. Raindrops patter onto a pond's surface. A little black coot swims past, and a flock of small white birds swoop. A lone young deer hovers, nervous and watchful, on a rough cart track between tall grasses and a few small trees. Golden light paints wispy clouds streaking across the sky. A murmuration of starlings flow and wheel in a cloud above misty grey water and spiky reed beds, twisting in an ever-changing pattern of leaps and turns. Thousands of birds move as one in perfect synchronization. Glowing black and white infrared nighttime images. A snuffling hedgehog gobbles up food, its beady eye glinting. On a driveway, a dog fox, eyes glowing large and white in the infrared, sniffs and hoovers up some scattered biscuits. summer returns as purple and orange swathes of sheet lightning dance along the horizon in counterpoint to the thunder. Big white words appear across the tumultuous sky, moments of stillness. The words fade to the end credits. Thank you to all that submitted videos to Moments of Stillness. Contributors to the film, alphabetically: Liz Ashwell, Krista Belcher, Yolanda Bentham, Hel Brody, Paul Chapman, Poppy Cool, Ruth Cool, Jackie Curtis, Mike Dannon, Denise Hickey, Terry Higginbotham, Kim Hill, Laura Hilton, Liz Kelly, Eileen Long, Nadja McDevitt, Jessie Maddox, Sally Mann, Lee Penny, Denise Rogers, Joy Russell, Peter Vines, Vicky Wilkinson, Naomi Wilson, Chris Yard. Editing: Nadja McDevitt. Music and sound design: Daniel Birch. Moments of Stillness team: Nadja McDevitt, Leila Browning, Seed Sedgemore. Poems by Grace Galton. With special thanks: Laura Hilton, Scott O'Hara, Richard Tomlinson, Dan Gale, Create You, Homes in Sedgemore, YMCA, The Engine Room, Somerset Libraries UK, and all our friends and supporters too numerous to mention. A white oblong lifts into view with various logos of supporting organisations. Seed, Creative People and Places, Lottery Funded, Arts Council of England, Creative Lives Under Lockdown, commissioned by Seed, Your Creative People plus Places project. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @Seed Sedgemore, seedsedgemore.com. This audio description by Sightlines has been written by Julia Grundy and Margaret Spittles and recorded by Julia Grundy, with sound engineering by Gary Giles.